Hello, I'm Mama J. Welcome to my channel, my YouTube, my Facebook, however it is you find me. I go by Mama J. My children gave me that name when they realized I was not them and they needed to contact me, call my name, get a hold of me. My name is Jamie, but that's what I use on the channel, is Mama J. I feel like Mr. Rogers because I was outside wearing my outside sweater and now I need to change because it's warm inside the house. I don't need my outside sweater. I was like, who does that? It just makes me think of somebody, and it was Mr. Rogers who takes off his sweater when he starts to do things inside the house, inside his studio. So that was my ode to Mr. Rogers. I'm making dinner for my children today, and we're having potatoes. So Germany's very interesting, and I don't know if this is all families in Germany or just my in-laws, but they leave the skin on and cook it in the pot and then peel the skin off after it's been cooked. Now, do you cook skin on, or do you peel pre-hot water and then cook it with the skin off? When I grew up in our house, we always did a pre-peel, and we would use a knife. But I found that you can use a carrot peeler on your potatoes, which for the longest time, I would always use a knife and try and make the really long, the endless potato skin. Do you do that when you peel potatoes? Like, challenge yourself at the beginning and say, I'm gonna make this go the entire way and it's not gonna break. I do that when I make apples, when I peel apples. I do that when I do potatoes. I always set a little challenge mentally, just in my mind. I set the challenge. It has nothing to do with anybody else in the room or what's going on. It's just something I do when I'm peeling. Maybe it's to make the time go by. So, I'm going to rinse them off after I've peeled them. My children love mashed potatoes. That's their favorite, is mashed potatoes, smashed kartoffel. So I can cut them and they cook faster if I cut them. So if I quarter them like this, and then I cook them quartered, it takes less time. And I think it was on Facebook where I learned there are some foods that you put in boiling water, and there are other foods that you put in water and then you bring them to a boil. So if you're going to make hard-boiled eggs, for example, you make the hot water, make sure it's already boiling, and then you add the eggs. For potatoes, any root vegetable, you actually put it in the water and then bring the water to a boil, or bring the water up, and the roots can warm up with the water. It can warm up at the same time. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that helps anything. I don't know. I just know that I saw that tip, and I've been cooking with that tip ever since I saw it, and it seems to work. My hard eggs are amazing. I can peel. I do them after I cook them for 10 minutes. I put them in cold water, and the peels come right off. So it's great. And my potatoes and carrots and anything that I do where I bring it up from cold and then I heat it, they all cook nice and evenly. So whether or not that, actually does a difference or anything, I've noticed it, definitely doesn't hurt. So I have a whole lot of more potatoes. So some of these little ones I will cook with the skin on. So we'll do the skin on method for these little guys. But for the large ones and for our mashed potatoes tonight, I think I have room for maybe 4 more. I'm going to use the peeling method and pre-peel. And what I like about this method is then I can take them out a scoopful at a time and mash them. So my boys like them freshly mashed. They don't like a big pot, a big bowl of mashed potatoes. I do usually mash them 1 plateful at a time. And then I have the potatoes for later if I want to heat them up and use them for another dish. I already have the pre-cooked potatoes. I think one day we can actually walk through how to make kartoffelpuffer. That's something we really like to make around our house here. How do you like to make your potatoes for your family? Are they mashed potato fans? Hash brown fans? French fries? In Germany, they're not French fries. They're called pumice. Pumice. So that's 5 more. I'm going to do a rinse. And quarter. And you guys have these. So you start at power here, select the range, which one you want, and then you push the plus or minus to increase the heat. And there's our potatoes already warming up. But if you don't have the right pan and you put it on here, nothing will happen. It won't get hot. It actually will say that there's nothing there. So this light will just flash and it'll just go up and down looking for a pan to put it on to work. And so we'll let this cook for a good 20-30 minutes. Alexa, stelle einen Timer auf 20 Minuten ein.
20 Minuten ab jetzt.
Danke. So it sounds like our potatoes are done. So we're going to check it. Oh, the fork goes right through. That means they're perfect. I can mash them. So how I make these one plate at a time. I take a handful, a scoopful, drain the water, and depending on how hungry my boys are, they could eat 2 or 3 plates. They don't want to eat them all at the same time. Oops, looks like one of them jumped off my plate. Back up here. We're having meatballs and mashed potatoes. And if you've gone to IKEA and had their meatballs, you can buy them. My boys love their meatballs. You can also buy the sauce, and you can buy the berries. So if you like the berries with your meatballs and mashed potatoes, you can buy all of that at IKEA, which my boys absolutely love. And today they just want meatballs and mashed potatoes. They don't want any berries, and they don't want any sauce. So for our mashed potatoes, you can see how this kind of goes. I just mash it with a standard fork. Those are the meatballs. And ketchup. Yes, everything comes with ketchup. I should have bought more ketchup at the grocery store. I should buy stock and ketchup. Oh my goodness, we go through so much ketchup. So the next thing I do, once I've got all of the potatoes that I'm due for one helping at a time, I'm going to take some butter, and I put that butter on the potatoes, and then it'll melt. I'll mash it into the potatoes. My family loves butter, and we're not afraid of butter. I know back in the 80s, everybody ate margarine. My grandma is almost 90, and she eats butter on toast. She eats butter on her chicken. She eats butter on her mashed potatoes. She puts butter on nearly about everything. And healthy and exercises and is doing great. So I think we need to look at what works for people, what works in your family, especially they've got your genetic makeup. And if that's what works for your family, do that, you know, health-wise, eat that food. What is it that's working? What's keeping your family alive so many decades? Like, she's doing something right. So then we add a little salt. And then we'll add some mashed potatoes. So this is the plate that I work on, but this is the serving plate. So then I take the potatoes once they're made, the mashed potatoes, and I serve that. Now, why do this one plate at a time and not make the whole pot at once? Is then I would have wasted mashed potatoes. So many leftovers that the mashed potatoes just go bad. So if I keep them here, dump out the water, and then I can reuse the potatoes for another dish later on. I could make a potato salad, or I could make more mashed potatoes on a different day. There's so many different things I can do, but if I mash everything now, I can't make all those other recipes with them. So that's why I only do a bit of mashed potatoes at a time. And then we're going to make and get some meatballs here out of the toaster oven. So let's grab a couple. Okay, and then we'll get some ketchup, and that'll be our first meal. And we'll take that down to the kids, and then we'll get another. Take care. Thanks for watching dinner. Bye.